Hello and welcome back. This is David from the Personal Finance Squad. We are in creating the budget exercise for supplemental items in the budget. So at this point, not only have you been building out your expenses that you know of, you need to think about the supplemental items, the one that we've talked about. These are really the savings vehicles. The way we plan it out in the squad are the savings, the miscellaneous, and the emergency funds. Now savings we know is short term. That will be for items that you want to buy, such as we use the example of buying a surfboard. Let's say it's $600 and you want to buy it in 3 months, so that would take you at $200 a month. In Jasper's example, he was putting away $200. Now maybe you need to pare back a little bit because of some other reason, for other things you need to buy, and then you do it in 4 months and it equals $150 a month, because maybe this other 50 goes to something else that you need. Now the miscellaneous is very important. You need to determine really how much, right? Equals how much money. We used an example of 165 for Jasper's budget, which is really similar to the one that we provided as an example in the book. Again, this is up to you. You just get a gauge of, hey, did I have to pay for a plumbing repair? Did my toilet break? Did my dishwasher break? Did I have a cracked window? Do I need to get a new, my blind broke? I mean, it could be several things that you need. You can use the money any way you want, but the point of this category is to account for things that you don't know that are going to come, because the way the budget is structured is to account for everything that you do know. So again, you just need to decide what works for you, and you may have to play with it. You may not have enough, or you may have too much. Then you can build up enough of a goal over a year and say, you know, do I have enough sitting here where I can pare back a bit, or do I want to keep building it up and feel more comfortable with my insurance cushion? This is just up to you, but this is something you definitely need to determine. And then of course the emergency fund is paramount. It is also mandatory, right? You have to have an emergency fund. And again, this is up to your discretion on how much you want to put away, but you need to build up enough money to handle yourself for at least 3 months. We like to go up to 6, but we know that takes time. The way you want to think about it, if it's 3 months or 6 months, is how long is it going to take me to find a job if I lost it? Because that's really what it's for. It's for something that you can't plan as well, but it's be a huge dent on your draining your savings because you don't have income coming in the way that you were in the past. So again, in case like we did in the book, Jasper took 3 years to do that. You might take longer, you may take less. You just have to see what you can afford based on the money you have. If you have to even start out with $100 a month because you don't have the income right now in your budget, that's fine. Whatever you need to do, you start something and you keep building on that goal to get up there. And anytime you free up some money, throw a little bit into that kitty and build it up. But it's very important that you really start thinking about this, because if you don't have that money, you're going to be in trouble. So a lot of the folks with credit card debt, for example, they were spending on things that they don't have. At some point in life, you're going to go through ups and downs or ebbs and flows, and you're going to need to draw into this. And that's why the first line of protection is the general stuff here for miscellaneous, and of course the emergency when something happens. But when you build up enough money with this emergency fund, then you don't have to touch it. You can just add or lower depending on income change, and but the maintenance and meeting up to that number is very minimal at that point. You just need to build up the fund. Okay, so keep that in mind, some thought into it, and come up with a number to start with, and then you can always modify a budget at any point. So again, we're just building out at this present time, and so we're going to get into Exercise 5, the supplemental worksheet, where we get into other items besides the savings vehicles that need to be put into supplemental, and we will see you there. Thanks for joining.